Go ahead, Don.
Hello and welcome. We just ended our live stream, so let's go live again. We're gonna talk post game. We had some interesting chats going on in our group chat that we're hopefully waiting for one more member to clarify some of his angers that I think most of us share.
It's unlikely that he joins after what I just did to him in the group chat.
But yeah, just um, a game that we had, but blew it, let it get away, let it slip away. I don't know what else to say. I mean, offense
Cody,
performed well.
let's just go around the room. Cody, why don't we start with you? Give us your thoughts.
Um, this was a game that I was so proud of this team for so long in this game. It feels unfortunate that the way it ended. Oh man, I don't know. I before we get to the ending, like I was so proud of the resilience that this team showed for the injuries that we've suffered up to this point and the inefficiencies that we have in our team, and then we covered them so well for most of that game, and we had the game won. And the same things bubbled up. It was just not finishing at the end of a drive over and over and over again. But then, even despite that, we still persevered. We were still.
Cody, we kind of lost your audio.
Is my audio back?
I hear him.
Yeah.
Oh, it was sorry. I'm listening
I think
on
you're frozen.
earbuds and my phone took
Yeah.
over. Sorry. I got you now.
It's cool. I mean, it fits the theme of the night so far. We shall persevere until we don't. Like we were fighting through it the whole time. We were up against it coming into this game. We fought through it, and I was really proud of this team. And then the end happened where all we had to do was just catch the kick, and we had our best hands person in position. And he looked like Chuck Knobloch in the World Series at second base, just fucking booting the ball. And it looks even more ridiculous with his fucking bobblehead on, like just booting the ball. And now I'm just mad again. So I'm gonna kick it back to you because I'm just gonna get angry.
I mean, obviously the onside kick is going to be the play that's remembered, but it's a lot more than that. I mean, everything you said is true. Like, no Parsons, no Tom, no Evan Williams, just a ton of injuries everywhere. Lose Jordan Love in the game. It seems like we probably lost. They pulled Josh Jacobs. I never heard a report that he was extra injured, but they just stopped using him after the fumble, I think. And Malik Willis deserves so much credit. They just fought. They had the game won, and they blew the onside kick. That, like I said, that'll be the play that's remembered from a Packers standpoint, but it's a lot more than that, right? Let's go back before that. The Packers were 0 for 5 in the red zone. That is atrocious. You cannot have that and expect to win games on the road. They didn't have a huge problem with penalties today, but 0 for 5 in the red zone, 1 for 3 on fourth downs, dropped an onside kick, and fumbled the football. And so, I mean, by my count, which is not the official count, that's 4 turnovers, right? Like, that's how do you win a game when you turn it over like that? That's just not feasible. So, ton of credit to Malik Willis. Hopefully, Jordan Love is able to play next week against Baltimore, because these next 2 games both might be must wins to make the playoffs. Depending on what Detroit does, and they have a decent setup to win out and knock us out of the playoffs if we are unable to win our games. So that's looking ahead a little bit. As far as tonight goes, the red zone efficiency is the biggest thing. It was just terrible. That's the one that sticks with me the most. If we convert in the red zone, then the onside kick doesn't really matter. Obviously, we didn't. You got to cover that up. You got to smother it. You got to catch that football. No excuses. But overall, like you said, it was 55, 56 very impressive minutes by a severely undermanned team. And then just 5 minutes of complete shit.
I really don't want to do this, but there's so many shades of 2014 at the end of this game.
We've been over this before.
I know
That year
we're
didn't
look past that.
happen.
Looking forward though, I think the thing that really bums me out is I don't love our matchup in either of the next 2 games with the construction of our roster. Like Lamar's finally. Unfortunately, we're catching Lamar when he's finally looked healthy the last 2 weeks, and I don't trust our defense at all to contain him. I feel like he's going to hit peak Lamar next week against us, and I don't feel great about that. And Minnesota's defense is still great, and their advantage that they have against our offense, our current state with our offensive line especially, we're going to struggle to score, and I don't think we're going to give enough resistance to slow them down to that game's going to be super uncomfortable if we don't win that game. There's a very real chance in my mind where we lose out and we miss the playoffs because we blew this game. And
I agree.
That's where I'm at right now.
I agree. It's well beyond non-zero. I think we can score on Baltimore, and that might be what it takes. But Lamar will be.
That was true today as well.
Challenging.
Before Love got hurt, obviously.
Well, even without him, it comes down to you put the ball in the end zone in the red zone, and this isn't a close game, right? You put the ball in the end zone and you win by 2 scores. That's what it comes down to. If it comes down to that next week, we have to put the ball in the end zone. That's what it is. And then Minnesota, the other side of that, I don't know what you get out of JJ McCarthy. We've seen him look like the worst quarterback in football. In the last 2 weeks, he's looked a lot better. Is he settling in? Is McConnell just simplifying things for him? We don't have Micah Parsons to make his life difficult. I believe, sacked Caleb Williams 0 times. I would have to double check that, but I can't think of a sack.
I was just going to say that.
We did put him under pressure, but we didn't get to him all the way. Didn't force a turnover. McCarthy's going to be more likely to put it up, but that game also may not matter if we don't win next week.
I agree completely. You speak of quarterbacks you can put under pressure and not sack. Lamar Jackson is probably number 1 on that list. He's going to tear us apart.
You hope Evan Williams is back. Then you can put Mo Bullard back into the slot, although I don't think Hobbs he gave up the 1 completion I can remember, but I don't think he was a problem today. But they don't have anybody that can handle Lamar.
No, this all goes back to where I was last Sunday night after Michael went down. I don't have anybody on this defensive line that I think can get to the quarterback and finish a play, and that's what it's going to take to get off the field.
It looks like you may reach the point where it's either bring 6 or bring 3, and nothing in between.
And if you bring 6, it's been pretty proven we don't have the back end to hold up if we bring 6.
Well, if you bring 6, you better get home, is what it comes down to.
And we won't.
If you bring 6, you should be able to get home. But you need to.
But against Lamar,
if you can't get home with 4, you can't get home with 5, you can't get home with 6, you better bring 3 and try to cover.
I feel a lot more confident doing that against JJ McCarthy.
I would agree.
Jordan Love, if he went out is with a concussion, he'll be back for Minnesota. So that's not as dire. So I do ultimately think that we'll beat Minnesota, even though it's going to be a hard game, and we'll get the 7 seed probably.
I mean, if we beat Minnesota and Detroit wins out, but we lose to Baltimore, we still miss the playoffs.
I agree. Like that's where I'm at right now. Like that's what I'm envisioning right now. I view us not making the playoffs right now.
FanDuel has us at minus 360 to make the playoffs. I think that is ridiculously high.
Yeah, those are terrible odds. Like it's worth money betting us not to. Obviously we're none of us are cheering for that. That line is just absurd though.
I believe it was plus 290 for the Packers to miss the playoffs. And I would argue Detroit is home versus Pittsburgh tomorrow, at Minnesota, and then at Chicago. They can win all 3 of those games. They could also. I don't see them losing to Minnesota, but I could see them losing to Chicago in Chicago. I think they'll win tomorrow, but Aaron Rodgers has been a Packers savior before. Maybe he can be it again. At least that's the hope.
It's still any given Sunday. I understand it's the NFL. Anybody can beat anybody. But when you really stack it up and like play the odds of things happening, it's not a favorable stack in our favor. Like when you factor in injuries that like models don't factor in. Because when you look at playoff percentages, generally those models
they're based on past performance.
They don't factor in current status of roster generally, like especially if you look at like FPI or some of the metrics that are like baked in these things. It's generally what did we think about the team coming into the season, and what do we think about what they've done now up to this point? They don't factor in Micah Parsons being injured into that model, and mentally I'm baking that in, and I don't like where we stack up.
Well, it's not just Parsons.
No, I agree. It's a cumulative effect. That's really what it comes down to. I agree with you.
I mean, I really think Wyatt is just massive. I mean, we're rolling out. It's Wooden, who has started off the year okay, but has not played particularly well lately. Stackhouse was inactive. Jordan Riley, they picked up off the Giants practice squad. He has not been particularly impressive. Warren Brinson, rookie. I mean, none of them have been particularly impressive on the defensive interior, which just makes life so much more difficult than everything else. And with that, I thought Ben Johnson was absolutely terrible for most of the game today. He did not attack
for 3 quarters.
He did not attack any of our weaknesses at all, which is also where the Bears' strengths are. But he started to do it in the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams played really well in the fourth quarter in overtime. And we made enough mistakes to lose after failing to capitalize on our opportunities throughout the course of the game. I mean, McKinney had a dropped interception that, granted, it was not particularly easy, but it still hit him in the hands, right? Romeo dropped was it a touchdown or a first down? It hit him in the hands, tough catch. That would have was that the first? No, which play was that? He dropped the first down that would have continued to drive. Dropped is probably a little bit of a stretch, but it hit him in the hands. You got to pull that in. Yeah, the prospect of an 0-4 finish to the season and miss the playoffs is real, no question. And even if we make the playoffs, this team cannot compete. They're just not good enough.
I'm probably a little bit more down on their actual chances right now, just because of how it feels right now. Because really, if you objectively look at it, if I step back out of my fandom and objectively look at it, Baltimore, their defense is pretty terrible.
We can score points on them without question.
Yeah,
Packers
like
are currently 3.5-point favorites.
I'd expect that to. I expect that to maybe come down a little bit.
the thing that
Open at
plays
2.5.
the thing that plays in our favor though
It
is
already jumped up.
they're out
Wow.
of the playoffs, aren't they?
No, they're winning their
Not
division.
yet.
Not yet. Okay.
If they win tomorrow, next week
they
doesn't
haven't
matter.
played yet. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, if they win tomorrow, next week doesn't matter, I believe, for them.
Yeah.
The only
okay.
thing that would matter, they have Pittsburgh last week of the year. Is that right? Let me take a quick
Patriots,
peek.
Packers, Steelers. Yep.
Yeah. So if they win tomorrow, I believe the only game left, the winner of the Pittsburgh game, the Pittsburgh Baltimore game wins that division, makes playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow might not matter, or next week might not matter, but so maybe they give Lamar a rest. That's wishful thinking, but
I'm not hanging my hat on that.
no, you got to go in. You got to beat him. You're at home. You got to win.
Again, like obviously Jordan Love went down this week, but this was my bugaboo. Like I feel like this is deja vu. Like this was my thing 4 days ago when we did this last time. Like we need to have offensive consistency where we finish in the red zone. Like that's been our thing all year long.
We should have put up points. Like
And
we all, I think, expected us to put up points, but
the last 2 weeks that's what bit us in the ass. Like being consistently worried about it because we haven't done it, and then expecting us to do it against another bad it doesn't matter what the defense is right now. Like I don't have confidence that we can do it. And
we were 1 for 9. We're 1 for 9 in the past 9 in the last 2 games in the red zone.
So bad. And
That's
to your point before, it comes back to the running game. Like when you consistently can't convert in the red zone, it's because you're not consistently running the ball well, and where it matters. Like between the 20s, if you can pop a few, sure. But if you can run the ball when the field gets tight and everything's compressed, that's when it matters. And we have not done that all year long.
And I just talking about this game, when we got inside the 20s, but specifically when we got inside the 10 in 1 or 2 yards to go situations, I would like to see the breakdown of how often we threw the ball versus how often we ran the ball versus how often we fumbled the snap.
I agree with that.
Because I don't think we ran it that often. I would bet we threw it quite a bit more than we ran it in those situations today. And quite a bit. I mean, it was probably 3 or 4 plays, but I would guess it was like 1 run, 2 passes, and a fumbled snap type of thing.
But even with that, it's probably skewed a little bit more in the run direction with Malik Willis instead of Jordan Love, and it still probably wasn't skewed as far as where it should have been if we were running an efficient running offense.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like efficient is the key word there, because it is 3 point whatever Jacobs had. I mean, he might be over 4 yards of carry for the season now, but coming into 2 weeks ago, he was definitely below that. I show him at 4.1. A couple weeks ago, he was at 3.9. Wilson's at 3.9. That doesn't, I don't believe that includes today, but it might. Obviously, Love getting hurt didn't help. I think we're probably potentially better in the red zone if Love is out there. But you would think Willis's legs would make us more difficult to defend in the red zone.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Christmas after this game because I have so many Bears fans in my family, and I'm not prepared for it. The way we lost that game, I'm just not prepared for it.
They took our B squad to overtime.
I know, but they're gonna run with that shit forever.
Yeah, but that's what they'll run with. They'll be the 2 seed. They'll lose to us or Detroit in the playoff, first round of the playoffs.
Where do you personally rank our chances of making the playoffs of where we sit right now? FPI be damned.
I'm going to say
we're
50-50. I mean,
that's where I'm at too.
I think the Lions can absolutely win out, but
Yeah.
I mean, they could lose a game pretty easily. They could lose tomorrow. They could lose to Chicago. I don't think they would lose to Minnesota, but weirder things have happened. They already lost to Minnesota, right? But I don't think they lose Minnesota again. They could absolutely lose tomorrow. They could lose to Chicago, and we could beat one of those two teams, or we could beat both of those teams, right? So I am not at 82% or whatever CBS has it at right now, but it's not like completely hopeless. I mean, it's still in our control, right? Win 2 games, you're in.
Yeah, it's out in front of them, and
it's not like they're unwinnable games. They're
and in all honesty,
going to be difficult because of our injury situation, but you can win those. You can beat Baltimore at home. You can beat JJ McCarthy in Minnesota on the road, right? Like if you look at it,
sure.
We can win those. We can absolutely win those games. I can't see us making any real noise in the playoffs, but I can see us getting there. But at the same time, I can 100% see us losing 2 games in a row, or losing one of the next 2 and Detroit winning out and knocking us out. Like 100%, I can absolutely see all of those scenarios.
Yeah, my main concern, like without making noise in the playoffs, is getting to the playoffs. I would venture to guess that with a 7-8 time period, Jordan Love will be back next weekend in the saddle against the Ravens, and he'll be fine. He has 0 concussion history.
None that I can think of.
I'm assuming that's why he was knocked out today. I never actually read the
report. It was concussion, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he'll be back, which is encouraging. And he was like, we're just gonna have to score him, man. Like it's the same story as it was coming into the Bears game. We're in the same place. We just lost the game. Like the same concerns we had coming into this game, they still exist. We knew that there's a very strong chance, 50-50 game coming into this, that we were going to lose. We ended up losing it. And now we just
have blowing it.
Yeah,
that's the word. That's what makes it worse.
Like, I know. I'm trying to look past that, but like that's where I'm at right now. Is like the suck of how we lost that game is bringing me down right now.
Yep.
But realistically, if we win, I'm going to say we beat Minnesota.
Is that enough?
I agree. Like,
no, I'm asking.
That's where I'm at right now too. That's mentally what I'm trying to like workshop. Is beating Minnesota enough if we lose to Baltimore?
Do we want to hang our hat on the Bears beating Detroit last week of the year to put us into the playoffs?
No, Detroit's going to beat Chicago.
I feel like Chicago would roll over for Detroit to knock us out of the playoffs.
I don't think they would intentionally, but I think mentally as humans going into that game, you're not going to come in as sharp and knowing that if you lose, it's a better outcome.
If I'm Chicago, I'd rather play Green Bay than Detroit in the playoffs. I think
current state, yeah, I would agree.
Oh, I was just talking in general because I think, even if we're at full health, like Jahmyr Gibbs versus that defense, Jameson Williams and Jared Goff, like that's a brutal matchup for that defense. We don't have that type of consistency from any of our guys.
I agree. For as tailor-made as we are to beat Detroit, Detroit is that tailor-made plus some to beat Chicago. Like Chicago matches up so poorly against Detroit.
As tailor-made as we used to beat Detroit. We're not quite as tailor-made anymore.
Yeah, that was pre-Micah injury. Like, I agree. But Detroit is so tailor-made to just run it up against Chicago. Like in a game state where Chicago can't keep up with them because I think
And
Detroit can score at will against the Bears.
And the problem with that is, like, at that point, I guess it'll depend. I don't know when they play, but that game, like, it is either going to be Detroit has nothing to play for, or Detroit can knock us out of the playoffs.
Yeah, situation does matter. I mean, probably not to the players because if they're playing, they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing for another contract, right? No
Like
matter what.
if you're in the game, you're playing.
For sure.
Like the mental aspect of that is definitely more of a fan thing. Because if you're suiting up and you're getting out there, like if you're playing less than 100%, that's when you get hurt. So
you're gonna get hurt. You're still putting this stuff on tape, and
yeah.
At some point you're gonna want a contract.
Man, this is the game we couldn't lose, though.
We needed this one, and we should have won it.
The way we lost, it just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's always worse when it's your own team does it to you. It sucks. It sucks.
That's where I'm at.
I don't even know what to. I'm just depressed. This doesn't help. This drags me down further.
Well, in the short term, it does. In the long term, it does not.
Oh, in the short term, it's making me more depressed.
What are you drinking, by the way?
What's that?
What are you drinking, by the way?
This is Scotch. Glass before was Lagavulin 16.
Dang.
This is
classy bitch over here.
Dude, this is my favorite drink in the world. I love it. This one is from my Infinity bottle, which is just like, I'm a Scotch drinker. So every time I open a bottle of Scotch, I just pour a little bit of it into a decanter, and it's like my own blend that always changes over time.
What was that motion?
Like pouring a little bit of the bottle into the decanter, not wherever your head's at.
It's
good. It's nice and smoky, very peated right now. It's usually very smoky because I like smoky scotches, but it's nice and peated, but there's some sweetness on it. I get a little bit of like cinnamon and spice at the end. I love it. I love scotch. I got a nice collection downstairs.
Some Pappy?
No, that's bourbon.
You're right. I do like bourbon more than scotch.
You're wrong.
I hate scotch.
Bourbon is, you hate scotch?
I do.
There's so many different types of scotch. We can find one you like.
It tastes like a Band-Aid to me.
So that's the island. That's a different type of scotch. So there's 5 scotch producing regions. The one you're specifically referring to is Islay, which is my favorite region. But within Islay, those are the heavily peated ones. And the peat comes out as either like very, very smoky. It comes out with like maritime flavors, or it comes out with medicinal flavors.
Okay.
The medicinal flavors tend to be my least favorite if that's the prominent flavors. If it's kind of in the background, I don't mind. But the smoky ones, oh, I absolutely love it. Lagavulin 16, that's my absolute favorite. I wouldn't call it a peat monster, but it's definitely heavy on the smoke. There's some sweetness to it. There's some other flavors in there. But there's 4 other regions, and they tend not to use peat. They tend not to smoke the malt over a peat fire. And so those give you completely different flavors. If I was starting someone on scotch, I wouldn't even consider starting them with an Islay scotch, because you need to build up to that. And then once you have it, it's usually either I love it or I hate it, and you're never going to change my mind.
So you're a big mezcal guy.
I like mezcal. I do.
Yeah,
but
that's right. Sure. I assumed that from what you were describing.
Because of that smokiness, for sure. I like mezcal, for sure. But given the choice, like, it's scotch. My liquor cabinet downstairs is like a bottle of vodka, a bottle of rum, maybe a bottle or two of bourbon, a bottle or two of rye, and like 30 bottles of scotch.
So we're going to cut all of this, probably.
What's that?
We're gonna cut all of this. This is just
this is live. This is streaming live. So this is we've moved on. We can go back to the Packers. Anybody who was watching for Packers is left by now.
I almost don't want
anybody who's left is anybody who is watching for the Packers.
I don't want to
is
go
gone by
back to the Packers though. Like it's just gonna bum me out.
Well, next time you're in the DC area, let me know and I'll give you a Scotch tasting, and I can promise you I'll find you some stuff you'll like.
That's a deal I can get down with.
But I'll say for me, bourbon is generally a little too sweet. Like it's just too sugary.
Okay, I can see that.
I actually prefer rye whiskey to bourbon.
Okay.
But given the option, it's Scotch whiskey. Without question.
I will present you the opportunity to change my mind. But Scotch.
Well, I'm not going to say you'll like it more, but I'll find you some you like. That I can promise you.
Generally, Scotch is probably like last in my power ranks of liquors that I'll like.
I would guarantee I could move it from last.
All right.
I would guarantee it.
Challenge accepted.
I just wouldn't give you this. I just wouldn't give you those heavily peated ones. But we could find you anything from chocolate and coffee to bourbon-like scotches to more fruity to more floral. Like there's so much variety between Scotch, different distilleries, different regions. But it's so good.
Personally, a gin guy.
I like gin. For sure. I like give me a good dry martini with really just gin, maybe a little bit of vermouth. That's all I need.
I'm gonna leave the opportunity for you to change my mind. We should probably.
You look drunk.
I'm starting to feel it. I think the end of that game pushed me there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, it's 12:30 here. I should probably go to bed.
Yeah.
So I will cut the stream. Sorry to anybody who has been watching this.
It's just, who the fuck cares? Nobody's listening.
Don says bourbon. Don is also wrong.
But he's still chiming in.
So he just put something in the chat. I gave Don a Scotch tasting when he came out and visited, and he loved a couple of different ones, if I remember right. Like he really liked a couple of them. Like there was one in particular that I can remember called Glenmorangie Signette, which is like it's really like chocolatey with some like espresso coffee notes on the end, and it's so good. It's so rich, a little bit more expensive, so I don't like pull it out. Like I have my my Lagavulin 16. I always have a bottle of that open. That's about $100 a bottle. That's about what I usually have open upstairs, and then in the liquor cabinet is where I have anything that's unopened and all the expensive stuff.
I dig that. A man of taste. I dig that.
I fucking love it, man. It's so good. So good.
My mind is open for you to change my mind on Scotch.
So for me, like I got absolutely hooked. So I know I had Scotch before, like Johnny Walker and stuff like that. And I got nothing against Johnny Walker. It's easy drinking. It's good. But I was in Houston with my wife, and we were at some steakhouse with some of her friends, and I ordered this drink. It was called Smokey and the Bacon. And I've always liked like smoky old fashions and things like that, right? Smoked old fashions. So I ordered this, but I didn't know anything about Scotch. This was probably 10 years ago. And the alcohol in it was Ardbeg 10 year. And Ardbeg is a peat monster. It's super smoky, Isla Scotch. And I didn't have
full
anything.
bended.
It's like if you're not prepared for it, it's really potent. It's one of those that'll absolutely just make you go like you're just not ready if you're not prepared. But they mix it in with some other stuff, and there was like bacon and stuff in it, and like from sip one, like that smoke came through, and I was just hooked. And since then,
smoke.
It's the smoke that I absolutely love it. Damn, absolutely love it.
That's the thing I don't like. That's like I've tried mezcal so many times, and like that's the thing that like just turns me away. Well,
that's what I mean. Like there's so many different types of Scotch, so many different regions, so many different flavor profiles that most Scotches are not full of smoke or medicinal flavors or the maritime flavor. Most of them don't have that. It's not specific to that one region, but that's where most of it is. But if we just stay away from that region, we can find, like I said, floral, fruity, like spicy. Like you can find all sorts of different chocolatey, coffee.
Floral and fruity is going to be my jam because that's why I love gin.
Glenlivet 18 with a little bit of water, just a hair. And the only way to drink scotch is neat, but you can add drops of water.
Touch,
right?
Just a touch.
Just a couple, literally, like we have pipettes that you can to help add drops.
Cut it a little bit.
And like we have literally glass pipettes that we can get some drops in, and it changes the flavor profile. But for you then, Glenlivet 18, if I remember right, I have a bottle downstairs. It's been a while since I drank one. It's either like very fruity, and then when you add water, it gets very floral, or vice versa. But that would be probably the one I would start you on then.
Man, I can't. Oh shit. We were just about to sign off, and then Don came
back.
back.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys can sign off. I'm good with that.
We were gonna sign off, then we started talking alcohol.
Yeah.
So on from our Packers defeat.
I say bourbon's my cup of choice.
That's what Cody said too. Bourbon for me is just a little too,
well,
too
hold
sweet.
On. Gin is my cup of choice.
I do like gin.
But if we're talking whiskey, I'd say
I do like gin. I like to think I make a good martini, but I make it super, super dry, super strong. It's like 6-1. It's like 6-1.
Make it a
it's
gimlet.
Like six.
Little splash. Right? Just a little splash of lime juice and
I love a Negroni, man. Oh, I love a Negroni.
Absolutely. I finished my first bottle yesterday of bourbon, the Woodford Double Oaked. A lot of caramel.
You finished your first bottle of bourbon?
Like full bottle.
Like you drank the entire bottle yesterday?
No. Like from when I opened it. Like I have 20 bottles open downstairs.
Okay. Ugh. I'll show you.
He's taking us on a journey now. It's like
I can't help myself. I can't help myself.
I like the double barreled, like the 1910 Old Forester double barreled. I
didn't take a Dramamine. I don't know if I was ready for this.
I'm trying to be as calm as I can. Well, I got a couple things I want to show you. Here's the first one.
Caramel,
I think you'll like this.
That's pretty sexy. Especially after tonight, that's kind of what I need to see.
Yeah, Chuck Mersane, Jerry Kramer, Herb Adderley, Willie Davis, Dave Robinson, Boyd Dowler, Carol Dale, Jim Grabowski, Zeke Bradkowski, Bob Highland. I can't read that one.
What is the Kramer signature like? Is that pre or post Hall of Fame induction?
These? I'm sure this is all post Hall of Fame induction, but I don't know when it was signed. Gotcha. And then this one's pretty cool too. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah,
we got the replica rings. Which we were in Appleton, Fox River Mall, and came across some memorabilia store, and just couldn't help myself. All right, here's the good stuff. I don't know if you'll be able to see it all, but there's all the good stuff.
All right, so DC trip it is.
Those are my scotches. Whoa!
Sorry, Scotch has the packaging done right. Everything's in a box or a.
Oh, for sure. That one's Norwegian. We got rye, more rye.
What is that? The 10-year rye?
How does Norwegian Scotch work?
It's not Scotch. It's just whiskey.
Okay.
And then these are all Scotches, right?
Is that? Did you say that's the Mitker's 10-year?
No. That's just Mr. Straight Rye. It's Whistle Pig 10-year.
The regular.
There's more Scotch, bunch of wine, and those are my. I can't tell if you can see it, but those are the expensive Scotches. The ones on that. Connor, this is the most expensive one. And these are the ones that I'm super excited about. The Springbank, because they're really hard to find.
You're so excited that they're so full.
Springbank just
Most of
actually
these are
dropped it.
unopened.
So,
Wine
so,
cellar
so
the
that's
other day.
that's exclusive company like territory that you were just showing us right there.
No. So, like Springbank, this is a Campbelltown whiskey. Springbank is a distillery. Campbelltown is the
Okay.
region. Campbelltown tends to be, it's got a lot of flavors. The most common flavor I get from Campbelltown is spicy. If I pull out, for example, this is called Ardbeg Smoke Trails. You can imagine it's very smoky. That's an Isla.
Not my jam. Not my jam.
Nope, exactly. I'm looking for they're all in a freaking box, but like.
You like any of those cigar blend whiskey? Have you tried any of those cigar blend whiskeys, Andy?
Yeah, so I had one. I don't have it anymore, but there was one called Dalmore Cigar Malt. Oh, it was so good. But Islands, those are more maritime flavors. Isla, Highland, Lowland, Campbelltown.
How would you describe maritime flavor?
So generally, it's like there's like salty notes, like you get like sea spray, seaweed, brine, stuff like that.
That's more my jam.
Okay, so that I do. So this particular one is pretty smoky, this Lafroig quarter cask, but Lafroig is probably a good one, good distillery for you. Possibly Jura as well might be a good distillery, more up your alley. Bunnahabhain, a couple different bottles of Bunnahabhain. This is an Isla. It tends to be a little bit more lightly peated, but you can still get some of those flavors. Just depends. But like I said, you come visit, we'll find something for you.
I was just going to say, Don, this was a tour de force on Rank trying to get me to visit him in DC, and I think it's kind of working right now.
I've already gone.
Yep. Don, I'm pretty sure you did a Scotch tasting.
You've been in that basement?
Oh, yeah. I probably did. You probably poured me something.
Okay, we can go play at the pool table. We got the sauna over there. Got the gym in the back.
Just right, hit that some more.
You can find a weekend. You could stay busy for a weekend.
We went to a hockey game.
Yeah, we did. My first NHL game. That was when Don got me hooked. Jasmine is losing her mind right now. I'm assuming you can hear her screaming. Jasmine, enough. This post-game show has gone off the rails.
Oh, so far off the rails.
I got 3 bottles. I got 3 bottles of Eagle Rare.
Oh, nice. That's good stuff. Here's my favorite bottle. This is the one I was talking about before. Lagavulin 16 year. You may know it as the Ron Swanson. Hold on.
The Springbank actually just dropped in Green Bay this week.
He's just off the rails, checking the dogs. You get the kids to bed down?
Yeah, one of them woke up screaming.
Well, when you have 5 of them, your
It's bound
chances
to
are
happen
good.
eventually.
Sorry, Jasmine woke up Amanda. Amanda was not happy.
There's a couple cigar ones I want to try.
There's the infinity bottle I was referring to.
Is that what we were just tugging on before?
I was drinking that before, yeah. And then
how many different bottles are in that?
There's a bunch of probably hundreds at this point.
That's just the everyday drinking cabinet.
Pretty much, yeah. And then there's another everyday drinking cabinet over there, and a wine fridge, and all the beers outside. But I tend to be more of a whiskey drinker.
I appreciate the detour you just took us on, and the tour of the house that you just took us on.
Yeah,
I should probably hang up the cleats though.
Yeah, I probably need to go to bed. Amanda's mad at me, and I can hear another dog coming down the stairs. Hey, puppy.
Yeah, I gotta take the dogs out in early morning when 5 kids. So.
All right, guys.
We're usually up by 5:30 in the morning.
Well, this will be fun on YouTube. All right. Well, I will see y'all later. Sad night. Packers lost to the shittiest team in football. Fuck the Bears. I hate them so much.
Moved to Indiana.
See ya,
Go
boys.
Pack, go. Have a good night. All right, we're done.